Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In case you've been sleeping under a rock, you probably know that the United States presidency has changed hands. Donald Trump has won the election and will be the next president of the United States. But how did that happen? Why weren't the Democrats able to defend the White House and keep control of it? Well, that's kind of open for debate. But in this video, I do want to give you my 5 reasons why I think Donald Trump was able to prevail. So here we go. Number 5, the Democrats were simply not prepared. When Joe Biden won the White House in 2020, cognitive decline was showing up very clear for all of America to see. And the Democrats had a responsibility to their base and an opportunity with 3 years to find a suitable candidate to run and replace him, as he was viewed as a transitional president. This did not happen. And for that reason, number 5 is the Democrats were simply not prepared. Number 4, Kamala Harris's strategy was flawed. Once it was determined that Joe Biden was not going to have a chance to win, as the cognitive decline really showed up in the first debate versus Donald Trump, the Democrats called an audible and inserted Kamala Harris in as the backup quarterback to run in his place. Number 1, they only had 100 days to do it. And number 2, her strategy just wasn't correct in my estimation. I would have targeted all of the demographics where I thought I was going to get the lowest voting numbers, in addition to the demographics that I thought I had a good hold on. And she really didn't seem to do that, and it showed up in the polls. Number 4, Kamala Harris's strategy was flawed. Number 3, the poor love to be friends with the rich. All over middle America, when I was a truck driver, I would run into small time, hillbilly, country, whatever word you want to use, poor middle America and southern folks that loved George Bush. At the time, George Bush Jr. was the president. George Bush Jr. is an elitist. He's not poor, but they viewed him almost as their friend, like they had a rich friend. And I think that Donald Trump has a similar effect. The poor love to be friends with the rich. And I think he was able to galvanize that base in a lot of southern states and rural areas of people of working class or lower economic base to stick with him. They viewed him as their friend, and they were going to do better if their friend was in office. So number 3 is that the poor love to be friends with the rich. Number 2, a lot of Americans simply don't care. What do I mean by that? Well, issues are topics in every election. And if the issues don't affect you, some people just don't care. Now you have the humanitarian effect, where people care about issues that may not necessarily affect them. But a lot of the issues that were pushed in this election, abortion, maybe that wasn't affecting some people personally, so they didn't care. Maybe police reform was not affecting some people personally, so they didn't care. Maybe immigration wasn't affecting some people personally, so they didn't care. Whatever the issue was, there's lots of people that just didn't care if it was not affecting them. So number 2 is a lot of Americans just didn't care. And number 1, why did Donald Trump gain control of the White House? Because he realized he could do no wrong in the eyes of his supporters. Case in point, convicted of felonies, no problem. Case in point, being called misogynistic and abusive to women, no problem. Case in point, being labeled as racist, no problem. There was nothing that Donald Trump could do that was going to turn his base off. And once he realized that, like a defensive end on a football team that knows that a pass play is coming, he pinned his ears back and rushed the quarterback and didn't let up. So the number one reason that Donald Trump was able to gain control of the White House was that he realized he could do no wrong in the eyes of his supporters, which was a group that was constantly growing. So there it is, my 5 reasons why Donald Trump was able to gain control of the White House. Thanks for checking this video out. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And don't forget to leave your comments, because I would love to hear and read what you have to say about this topic. And until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video.